ready to square off in the second quarterfinal of today. Earlier we saw the United States roll to a 113-71 victory over China. A game that effectively ended late in the first half. The great USA run. There you see the roster for Serbia. Well, perhaps Stefan Pano came in with the big reputation, maybe hasn't lived up to it quite as much, whereas Jamal Murray and Howard Washington have been terrific for Canada. Pano has plenty of time to come out and show everybody what his amazing talent is all about. The under-16 European Championship MVP last year when Serbia finished runners-up to Spain. Serbia have come into this tournament having beaten China 80-68, Egypt 81-63, Argentina 60-57, and UAE 116-31. And for Canada, they have defeated France. They lost to France 76-66, but rebounded with wins over Japan 96-52, Australia 85-74, and Angola 106-59. Of course, the winner of this game will go on to face the United States in the semifinals. The United States, the two-time defending champions, and what an intriguing game that will be no matter who wins it. Serbia, one of the great teams in recent history in international basketball, or certainly through the years as Yugoslavia, and always have something interesting in store for us, surprises. Whereas Canada, one of the great hotbeds of basketball these days. We're now going to have the playing of the national anthems for both teams, Serbia and Canada.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Canada.
The players gather at midcourt, say hello. Also the referees from Argentina, Estonia, and Russia. Karim Zulfikar of Tanzania is the commissioner. Well, as we get ready for the action here, Nick, I have to say, from my vantage point, perhaps the turning point for Canada was their win against Australia. It was a great opponent to beat. I'm sure their confidence is soaring right now coming into this game. And Serbia, I don't think they're at full strength, obviously, without Glizic. But, you know, Serbia, whether it's been senior level or various youth teams over the years, have come out and been able to put game plans together and then execute it and come up with big wins. I think if they were to get to the semifinals, especially having lost Glizic, that would be something else.
Yeah, phenomenal, exactly right. And that's their weakness. You know, Glizic plays that 4 position, and they don't really have that ability to fill it on this team. I don't think that could be a real Achilles for them. Yeah, we did notice the other day that the guard positions obviously is not as tenured either. And out of 9 and 10, the 2 players, Stojanovic and Nakacevic, they will get a lot of shots off. As for Canada, very athletic. That was a great turnaround against Australia, to turn the Aussie team around. And actually took Canada, I think, from 3rd position in the group to 2nd place. I don't know what sort of, I haven't got a clue how, what it meant for anything, but I think it obviously shied him away. Didn't really give us an easier game in the quarterfinal, that's for sure, because this is too close to call. There's no doubt about it. Which Canada will come onto the floor, I don't know. The Canada that played Puerto Rico or the Canada that played Australia?
Well, I see this as being Canada as decided favorites if they come out and play their best. But Serbia, you know, we didn't talk about Čurković. He's a player who came off the bench and played very well, a guard, against Argentina. Maybe he's the player who's going to continue to emerge for Serbia as the tournament goes along, but maybe
I saw really against UAE, Jeff, and again underused in a game they won by 90 points. You know, it would have been ideal to give Čurković 35 minutes in the game.
Well, maybe the coach is going to surprise everybody tonight. So we'll see who the starting 5 is for Serbia. We would expect certainly Peno to be out there as the starting playmaker. There we go. And we're going to start with Marinkovic. Peno will be the starting playmaker. Stojanovic, Miladinovic, and Kenic.
Kenic, yeah. So no Nakacevic to start. Interesting.
And he's been arguably their best player.
Yeah.
Ikior, Murray, Washington, McEwen, and De Rosiers is the starting 5 for Canada.
I didn't see Murray on that list. Is Murray starting? Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's probably their one of their top players for Canada. Jamal Murray, number 8, hit 25 against the Australians. You couldn't. You always tell a player about what numbers they put against the very best, and 25 from Jamal Murray.
And Washington had a big game as well. There's the USA. I would say they're watching the game, but not yet. But I can tell you they will watch it once the game starts, because they'll be playing the winner of this game in the next
chilled out, don't they?
Hello and welcome once again to Dubai. The FIBA U17 World Championship second quarter final of the day is Canada in the white taking on Serbia in the red. And Serbia in the opening tip.
الكندي ضمن منافسات بطولة كأس العالم للناشئين أو لأقل من 17 سنة والتي تستضيفها مدينة دبي
حاليا. Certainly got the name, big player at Barcelona in their program anyway, not in the senior team. Usually plays the role more of the creator than the scorer. We'll see how that unfolds as this game goes along.
Not a great start either, was it, Jeff?
Nope, not for Peno, it wasn't.
إذا انطلقت المباراة، مباراة من المنتظر أن تكون مثيرة مدرسة
DeRosier
من
puts
أمريكا
up a tough
ومدرسة
shot
من
for
أوروبا.
Canada, sort of forced that one.
المصنفين
And
رقم 2 عالميا على
Stojanovic now
مستوى
goes
الناشئين
down.
بعد المنتخب الأمريكي
foul
والمنتخب
called
الكندي المصنف السادس
on number
على
5 for
المستوى
Canada,
العالمي. فمن
Kobe
المنتظر أن
McEwen.
نشهد مباراة ممتعة بين الفريقين. خطأ أول على المنتخب الكندي، طاقم تحكيم أرجنتيني روسي لتواني استوني عفوا يدير هذه الأمسية.
Guarded by Murray, the captain.
الدفاع راح يكون ضاغط أطوال كبيرة للاعبين
Short mid-range, no
في
good.
17 سنة وخطأ
And the foul called against Serbia. I believe that was Kenic that put that up.
Yeah, Kenic shot it, but good box out to keep Miladinovic off the boards, Jeff, as you see Jamal Murray's first touch ended up on the floor.
You know, living in Europe and having been to Belgrade, you can fully appreciate where basketball is such a humongous, a huge sport in Serbia. But in Canada, you see DeRosier go in, you get blocked by Kenic. You know, they have talent coming through the pipeline, and this is part of it. Stojanovic goes down and scores using the left hand. You know, you consider they've had the two first overall picks in the NBA the last couple of years, and you know, they're waiting for big things to happen with Canada at senior team level. Seems like it's a matter of time rather than if, or when rather than if. Good start for Serbia. Murray. DeRosier this time goes up. Ekior goes up with a good rebound, and Canada missed everything. They're going to let the play go. And a foul called against number 6, Washington.
Interesting start for DeRosier. This is a foul from Washington, just come behind from Marinkovic.
Why the commitment? Do you think they're making the commitment to go inside Canada early?
Well, DeRosier is, yeah, absolutely. DeRosier is a tough player, and he's made 3 moves to the hoop. No, got nothing out of it.
Well, good help from Ekior. Ball goes out of bounds, and you can see that Canada will, obviously, with their ability to put pressure on the ball, will try to get some easy buckets.
Yeah, they play just like the USA, Jeff. Very intense, committed defensively.
يأمل بأن يحقق فوز مهم، ولاحظ التركيز راح يكون منصب على هذا اللاعب لاعب جمال موراي.
Got to say, the way they played Australia, I mean, it was one of the most beautiful performances that I've seen from a team. They were gritty.
Well, Jamal Murray, I'm expecting a big night from that 25 against Australia. He has to follow it up with a big one today.
ودفاع ضاغط وأيضا خطأ.
Got a tough matchup foul there from Kobe McEwen. Just hands in the cookie jar. Watch Murray's matchup, Jeff. He's got his Stojanovic. Stojanovic's body is just probably carrying about 10-15 pounds more than Murray's. Posts him up in that low post.
I just wonder who's quicker.
Oh, Murray definitely, but in that low post.
Interesting strategy employed by the coach of Serbia.
He's the post up again.
He gets it though, he takes it outside. I wouldn't say that's necessarily his strength. Marinkovic.
Well, Stojanovic can drop it, there's no doubt about it, but I think they're just testing the water inside that low post.
Miladinovic passed it off now. Peno, 8 on the shot clock. Peno. Oh, beautiful play from Peno and around the back pass. That's more like it from Peno.
Jeff, he's often he's drawn my attention for his lack of activity, but he's got 2 assists already.
Marinkovic for 3, and good start for the Serbians.
That'll be his 3rd assist, so Peno saving his best in this game right now.
DeRosier, cross court, Canada trailing 7-2.
Really shaking Canada.
And it goes, and there you have excellent execution offensively. DeRosier gets his first bucket.
Yeah, Serbian defense just not able to spot that pick and roll on the weak side. No help allowed, or no help could get over there quick enough.
Peno into Milanovic, taken away. Nope, Milanovic shoots it back. He missed, but Stojanovic was there for the follow.
المنتخب الصربي.
Well, nobody was guarding Stojanovic because the defense guard him had been drawn into the help for Mladenovic.
وبالتالي يتقدم مرة أخرى
Yep.
المنتخب
Ekiyor
وأيضا الرد الصريح.
comes back quickly for Canada.
Beautiful pass off the penetration and almost turning in mid-air.
Blood pressure rising for David DeVero of Canada, the coach, over there here early on.
المنطقة المحرمة في للفريقين. الفريقين
2-3 zone.
ومهارة
Stojanovic, Mladenovic. Really, you know, from what I can see from him in this tournament, any offense is a bonus. But quickly, Canada responds. And great hustle from Serbia to get the block.
المنتخب الصربي.
Boy, what a game this is.
انطلاقة ساخنة تمام.
Long one. Marinkovic.
Second tray for Marinkovic. That's his forte. Out and out shooter, the number 6 for Serbia. And Canada are really shaken by this.
And Murray gets in, puts it up. I think maybe they're stirred, but not shaken.
Now Murray's just asked for a substitution to come out. And I'm not sure DeVere's asking him why you want to come out, man. It's the ball game going on.
And that pass goes out of bounds. The way Serbia has started, you can't help but wonder if they've purposely not shown any of their best hands here earlier in the tournament, because they look a completely different team here in the early going.
Sometimes, you know, you're right, Jeff, and you know that Serbian mentality, you know, so you're playing these easy teams, why do I need to bother? But right now, in this one, semi-final at stake, because don't forget, whoever makes the semis is playing for a medal at some point.
Well, Murray stays on the floor, but some others have come in, including Frazier, Otley, or Adi, excuse me, and the turnover. So it goes back over to Serbia. Cyrus also out there.
Whole new unit in for Canada as far as the positions 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3. They've got a very small team on the floor, Canada. I think I've ever seen a Canadian team this small.
Well, I want to get some pressure on the guards, but that was way too easy for Vanya.
If Dave DeVero doesn't look at this pick and roll defense, Stefan Payno will insert pain all night for them.
A lot of Payno.
فريشر موري الاعتماد على موري بصورة كاملة للمنتخب الكندي يرفع رصيده الآن إلى 6 نقاط.
Murray, even though they knocked down all those jumpers the other day against Australia, sure Gusa will be happy to see Canada taking jump shots. Now the steal. Hands it back to Murray for 3. Good! Here come the Canadians! That's 2 in a row!
Murray 9 out of 13, Jeff. He's the man on fire, following that 25 against the Australians. I hope somebody else for Canada can get in the game and come to the party as well.
Stojanovic and Popovic with the offensive rebound and put back.
That is impressive. You know, the Serbians don't come with these skilled bigs on this team, but you put in offensive rebounds in, you're just helping the cause.
Murray, another one is short. So short that Adi was able to get to the ball, but it throws it inside, or inbounds to Popovic. Now Payno. Stojanovic kind of pushed off the low block there. Serbia keep their cool, and that man again, number 6, Vanya Marinkovic drills a 3-pointer. Marinkovic off to a good start, 9 points. He and Murray are kind of trading blows. Murray also with 9 points. And so far, Serbia, the more impressive of the two teams. They're leading at 21-13.
ثلاث ثلاثيات في سلة المنتخب الكندي، وبالتالي الفارق إلى 8 نقاط ب 21 نقطة مقابل 13 نقطة، وتايم اوت أول للمنتخب الكندي بكل تأكيد.
2:38 left in this game right now. Canada 21-13 lead, and it's all about the 3-point shooting for Canada. Vanya Marinkovic has hit 3 trays out of that 21, and Canada have called a timeout and in need of a bit of a re-evaluation here. Here is head coach Vanja Gusa.
نتكلم عن المنتخب الصربي. المنتخب الصربي الآن طبعا هو يلعب بمعدل 84 نقطة
His
في
troops on the
المباراة.
same page as they've done the first 7.5 minutes of this game so far.
دقيقتين و38 من نهاية الكوارتر الأول.
It'll be interesting, Jeff, how Canada respond to this. They try to four-guard lineup with one big. Now they've also got, they're going to leave Murray in the game. The Joko's in. And also Khalif Young, so Canada going through the numbers as far as players on the floor. They're trying to find a combination out there that works. They trail by 8.
Also keep some fresh bodies out there. Jogo, though, he's quite a useful player. He was good against Australia.
المنتخب الكندي يحاول وقف النقاط على الحروف ولكن انا ما اعتقد المنتخب الكندي
Instant offense.
يريد حلول ان يضع لاحظ.
Murray's the one they've left out of there from the starters. Jogo comes in with his sweet touch from the three-point line. Look at his three-point numbers. They're not overly exciting.
وذلك وغير لاحظ الان يلعب بطريقه 2-1-2 او طريقه الزون من خلال عدم ترك مسافات للمنتخب.
Boy, Serbia really controlling the boards. Inside they go, and a three-point play. Chance here, an opportunity in that interior game for Canada. Is their weakness right now. I mean, they are getting dogged on the board.
Well, they've gone away from the two bigs, haven't they? DeRozier, to me, is the most active big they've got, and he's been sitting down for 2 or 3 minutes. Obviously running the breaks, running the numbers. But, they're getting beasted inside right now.
في الكوارتر الواحد 21
نقطة.
ثانية على نهاية الكوارتر الأول. مباراة ممتازة من المنتخب الصربي. المنتخب الكندي يحاول اللحاق بركب المنتخب الصربي ولكن المنتخب الصربي لا يسمح له تماما بذلك. انطلاقة الآن المنتخب الكندي. موراي اختفى تماما.
And funny enough, we thought the lack of collegiates would be a real problem for them. But so far in this game, it hasn't been. Young gets it back. And tough pass, well read from Peno, and he intercepts it. Brings it up. Oh, what a pass. Beautiful pass. Kanic had the pressure coming from behind. And the Canadian hands are going to have to be quick if they're going to combat the size. Now Marinkovic. Pavlovic again. Another offensive rebound, and he is fouled.
Good fight.
Number 6, Howard Washington Jr. is going to come back in for Canada. The lead is 8. Ekiyor is going to come back in as well. He's going to leave both Young and Ekiyor out there.
Jeff, this will be for a 10-point lead, and I think getting those subs in is a good idea to save some legs. But he's got to be very mindful he doesn't go too far away from that starting 5 for Canada. Murray, Washington, Ekiyor, DeRozier.
اللي فاز اليوم على المنتخب الصيني في المباراة الأولى.
Drills the first, misses the second. Murray, and Stojanovic reaches in, commits the foul.
Jeff, Vanja Marinkovic has just missed a three-pointer. I think it's 3 or 4 on the night. He's an outstanding shooter. You know, if he hits 6 or 7 today, it will be his highest performance of the tournament. Canada are going to be in some a big hole.
Washington explodes to the basket, but his attempt goes over the rim. Nobody there for Canada crashing the boards. Peno has a chance to kind of turn the screw a little bit. Kanic, good quick hands from Canada to kind of clog the middle. Washington to Ekiyor. Back outside, and Jogo just kind of lost the ball as he dribbled toward the lane. Peno, what a beautiful pass. Stojanovic, out of bounds was Canada. It hit off, I think, was it Ekiyor or Young? Or Washington. It was off Washington.
Just had a foot on the line, I think, as he went. The ball deflected off him. But Peno just a little too relaxed for my comfort right now. He's got to just set himself down.
But this is the Peno we wanted to come and see at the Under-17 World Championship. with 5 seconds on the shot clock here in the final minute of the first quarter.
على نهاية اللعبة.
Gets inside, puts up the runner, and there he is.
فينو 10 ثواني يمتلك الآن المنتخب الكندي.
Final 10 seconds, Serbia up by 11 here in the first quarter. 3.52. Murray.
الثلاثية لموراي لم يوفق فيها وبالتالي الاعتماد على
alarm bells ringing back in Canada right now because their team with such a lofty billing have come into this quarterfinal against Serbia, and the Serbians, I won't say they're ripping them to shreds, but they are dominating them in the low post, and they lead it 27-16.
Yeah, I think they've got to weather the storm a bit, Jeff. There's the 3 threes on the board, the top right, 3 of 7 Serbia, all from Vanja Milinkovic. Now, Canada have hit a couple. I think Murray's hit one definitely. Gogo, the numbers, look at the rebounding numbers, 12 to 3. It's pretty reading.
وايضا المنتخب الكندي
Well, it's worth repeating. I don't think that we saw the best of Serbia in the last round at all, and they just look
نرحب بكم مشاهدينا الكرام من جديد وربع اول بامتياز للمنتخب الصربي بقيادة غوشا
late in the first quarter, but I think overall on the sample size that I've seen today, they're just like a completely different team.
Well, they're unbeaten, aren't they? That's the problem when you don't perhaps see it. They went 3-0 in their group games in China and Argentina, which quite frankly weren't the strongest teams in this tournament. And then they played the UAE in the last 16, so they've not really been tested. But I love the way Payno's come out here. It's good to see. I mean, he's showing me a lot more ability to be the provider rather than the producer.
في حين ان كانت الجماعيه حاضره للاعبي المنتخب الصربي 7 لاعبين سجلوا النقاط ال 26
That's a good start to the second quarter for Washington and Canada.
الكندي من خلال
They've got to weather the storm here, Jeff. There's no way this game is over and done. They've got the quality to get back with this Serbian club. There's no doubt about it.
الفارق الآن إلى 8 نقاط. هل ينجح المنتخب الصربي في مواصلة الزحف
that Popovic shooting kind of a fade away, well I guess you'd say a straight up jump shot. Probably isn't what the doctor ordered for Serbia. Now Young follows his miss and puts it up and in.
Well, they got Ekiyor and Young on the floor. That's the Beef twins. Good for Canada. Don't worry about it too much. They've got to limit Serbia to 1 shot every time.
Fraser will come back in, and you see the second chance points there. Serbia with 8 and Canada with 2. Over to Milinkovic, and somebody has got to get a hand in his face because he is tearing it up.
Beautiful find from Payno, though. I mean, he was up in the air. Oh, turnover,
Washington just a silly turnover right when it seemed Canada had kind of stopped the bleeding. Milinkovic goes out and hits a jumper, and uncharacteristically, Washington loses it out of bounds, just bringing it up the floor. I suppose no time to panic.
No.
But it's disconcerting when you start the game on the back foot, isn't it?
Well, the other thing is Jamal Murray's on the bench right now, and that might be the next substitution in this game.
Stojanovic for 3.
I don't think you can afford to leave these Serbians open on a pick and roll like that. Someone's got to step up to the ball.
Washington for 3. Good! You know, for all the struggles they've had with Canada, at least we can still see the qualities in their game that make them special, and it has to give them hope.
Nothing comes from inside for Canada, is there, with the Rosiak especially. They're from Ekiyor, but back-to-back trays from Washington.
Well, Young has actually been, you know, he did okay with the penetration and the follow-up shot, and Ekiyor's he's got some nice game there, but he picked up the foul. Miladinovic is coming back in, and Popovic is coming out. Chest bump, look at that.
Coach giving him a bit of love as he comes onto the bench.
Well, that's bonus time because he didn't even play the other night, Popovic, against Argentina, from what I remember. If he did, it was limited. I remember Stojanovic. Ball goes out of bounds.
You're absolutely right, Jeff. Good spot, the master eagle of Statman. He didn't play at all, Popovic.
And I have to say, I did not even check. It was just purely from memory. Joko. Bounce pass, well read. And Marinkovic shows that it's not just about shooting the Jays, it's also about being good defensive.
Yeah, they let Payno pull the strings here. It will be a long night for the Canadians.
Stojanovic from the left corner. That was an air ball from Stojanovic. I seem to remember Stojanovic starting strong as well against Argentina and then kind of struggled with his shot. Now Joko, he's left them open, but they live to tell the tale.
Beautiful rebound from Young.
Young's showing us something, isn't he?
انطلاقه جديده ولاحظت good defense rotation للمنتخب الكندي.
I think Murray will be in this game pretty quickly for Joko.
جميع الاختراقات للمنتخب.
Well, we're going to see DeRozier come back in. But Payno is just going to float down and play like the all-star that we all believed that he was.
Yeah, absolutely. No way that should happen. It's too deep in the lane for a point guard to penetrate off a pick and roll.
Got 4 points and 4 assists. Young continues to give Canada some inside game, some much-needed inside game.
Young or Ekior's coming out here. I'm not sure this is they're the problem.
Well, I think it's going to be Ekior.
Yeah, the Beef Twins look pretty good to me out there. Well, DeRozier will add something, that's for sure. Here's Murray coming for. I don't think you're going to get in.
Also, Popovic is coming back in. No chest bump, but high five. Miladinovic comes out. And Diogo comes out of the game, replaced by Murray. Okay, so they're going to inbound it under their own basket with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Frazier goes hard, baseline to the corner. And Murray missed. Popovic with the rebound. Popovic continues to produce, but Washington comes up with a steal.
Is that lackadaisical play from Payno? I'm not sure what he was thinking.
Another steal for Serbia. You make a mistake, go out and make a play. That's what Serbia did.
Jeff, that's a mistake European guards don't make. You know, you pick and roll, you bounce pass it down to your big left. Beautiful play. That's the pick and roll you play. You reverse it, then throw it down.
ونيتش ستيفاني نيتش يضع الباسكت او النقطه 36 ولكن العقل المدبر هو بينو.
12-point Serbia lead. It's not a good situation playing catch-up against Serbia. Washington, that's to the left. And batted into the hands of Payno. And it goes to Popovic, and he had a great look.
Blew the layup, another assist. Payno just blew it.
Yeah, but they are in the right place at the right time. They've been well prepared for this game. Young, emerging factor for Canada in the game.
That's a no-look pass, and when I mean that, I don't think Murray saw his target. He knew he was there, just dumped it on the floor. And Young scores easy for 2.
12 points in the paint for Canada, 20 for Serbia. Payno for 3. Go! And we got a look over at the Canada bench and at Washington before walking over to the Serbian bench for the chest bump.
He had a good old stare, didn't he?
He really did.
Drilled the 3 and then just kept staring at Washington. You know, Jeff, if Payno's hitting jump shots, then Canada need to change things up a little here. You can risk a zone. It might be worth a look right now. You're 13 down, but man-to-man, they've got to get it back into it with the man. And they've got to get after that point guard Payno.
إذا أراد أن يراقب بينو فهناك
You know, just looking down the stat sheet at Serbia, 7 points, 5 assists for Pano. Marinkovic with 11 points. Stojanovic 8 points, 4 rebounds. Popovic coming off the bench, giving him 4 points and 6 rebounds. Can you believe it? Kanic has 7 points, and even Miladinovic has a bucket with 3 rebounds. So they are just getting great production out of all of their players.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And offensive rebounds are key for Serbia. I think it's 7, is that right? 7 offensive rebounds against Canada's 4 defensive. That's about right.
Canada doing a little bit better on the boards now. And a lot of that is because of Young. You see Murray has the team high 9 points.
جمال موراي هداف المنتخب الكندي.
The way Serbia has started is kind of like pick your poison for Canada. I mean, it's a bit disconcerting.
Yeah, they have to knock them out of this rhythm. There's no doubt about it. And you start with the general, the floor leader, Stefan Pano. Try and get him in a different comfort or out of his comfort zone.
أكثر لاعبين المنتخب الكندي أيضا مشاركة في المباراة ولكن ليس بصورة فعالة في هذه الأمسية الثلاثية.
DeRosier with 3.
That's Washington 2-3. Joe goes hit when DeRosier. I think Murray's hit a couple too. They're getting the numbers from the 3-point line.
3-point shooting team, that's for sure. 5-9.
Keeping them in the game.
Pano with a beautiful pass. And Young at least goes up to contend with Popovic. I see Young right now is a vital part of the Canadian game plan the rest of the way, because he's seems to be the one guy that's challenging those rebounders. And great steal, important steal from Brandon Cyrus, the 16-year-old.
Yeah, right about Young. That's a good point, and the beef side. Now, by bringing DeRosier in, that perimeter becomes an open slot for him, and he's very good at attacking the hoop. And DeRosier with Young in there gives him that little backup as far as the power on this team.
هذه اللحظة في الكوارتر الثاني من المباراة.
Offensive foul.
That's unfortunate. You know, Washington gives it up, flare screen from Young, and then he's open for the J. And unfortunately for Canada, he drilled the 3. Now Young's coming out here too.
I think he has to catch his breath. And Ekiyor goes back in. So call for the foul for setting the pick. 10-point game. Offensive foul this time called against Serbia. And it's interesting, right when they made the call against Young, the Canadian coach said, both sides, call it that way, both sides. And what happens? They go down and make the call against Serbia.
Thinking plant working those referees here, yeah.
Fantastic. It's a 10-point game.
لاحظ رقم 8 لاحظ شوف لاحظ رقم 8 من المنتخب الصربي كيف يراقب موراي هداف المنتخب.
Cyrus. God, they got some shooters, don't they? This might be the best shooting performance I've seen all tournament.
I was just looking at the numbers, Jeff. They've hit a 10 and a 9, so they've got the ability to get into double figures around about that mark. They must have 7 now, Jeff, surely.
I think they've got 6. And Ekiyor with the rebound. I think they escaped. That one. I think Serbia missed an opportunity. Now Washington. Quick trigger. 2-on-2 fast break. They're going to push it up the floor. And then Jovanovic just kind of loses control of it. Slobodan Jovanovic. And maybe we're not going to see Cherkovic today.
As I said, the UAE didn't really look inspiring, and the coach didn't really throw him out for a lot more minutes.
Maybe saving him for the potential USA matchup. It's incredible, though. He's a great talent. Now, Murray gets in there, puts it up, draws the foul. Canada have trailed by double digits. I think it was 13 points, and right now they're only down by 7, and they're going through the line. So Serbia have done a lot of great work, but it can come unstuck real quickly, can it?
Yeah. And Murray might be the first player for Canada in double figures, which will
23
now.
فبراير 1997.
Marinkovic is going to come back in for Serbia. I think that'll be the end of
هذا اللاعب.
Slobodan Jovanovic, 8.
6 points. I think you've got to go back to Young coming in and adding that toughness on the boards that really kind of stabilize things for Canada. And they've been able to get it back to 5. Stojanovic comes out.
1-2-2 press here for Canada.
This is a nice wrinkle.
No, it's going to be man to man. Sorry, Jeff. Rozio backed off straight away.
Got my hopes up.
لماذا؟ لأن لاعبي المنتخب الكندي سجلوا لاعبين
Ekiyor with the switch on Peno, and a little bit too fancy with the pass. Now, oh, what a play from Murray! Missed it, but the follow and the great hustle from Cyrus. And Mick, when you think about it, Cyrus comes in, makes the steal. Cyrus goes to the corner. Cyrus hustles down to follow on the fast break. You know what? Some of these guys don't stand out, but they're playing some good basketball.
That's your player that Coach DeVere is looking for, the little glue element that he brings to this game. And maybe it hasn't happened in any game before, but he's tried his 5s around. He's now found 5 players. And if you take the Young and Ekiyor little combination in and out, there might be 5 on the floor that can make this thing work for Canada.
Of course, I gave him a steal. He doesn't have one. But Washington has 3 steals. Now Marinkovic with 11 points, Stojanovic with 8, Peno with 7. And what was slightly alarming that time was the pass from Peno. It was an easy, I think Canada have cottoned on to the fact that he's got a little bit too much French pastry. You see Murray with 11 points. It's
I think
a
you're right.
untidy.
Peno's got that element that's a little too relaxed, a little too laid back at times. Jeff, I saw Tyler Ennis play last year, the Canadian guard at under 19 level. Yeah. A year later, he's drafted, and Phoenix is he with? I think it was Utah drafted, and perhaps to Phoenix now. Jamal Murray's not far away. He's not far away now. Ennis is out and out, a thinker, a great point guard. Jamal Murray is an exciting prospect for Canada.
I've just decided we need to expand all the top leagues in the world, so all these great players can have places to play.
لم يوفق الفريق في التعامل مع الكرات الهجومية.
Expand.
وهذا هو اللاعب
Especially for the Penos, for the Canadians. There's too many good Canadians.
Exactly right. Churning them out.
Hey, get another team in Canada. Now, Miladinovic kind of fades away. Fouled by Murray, and you don't want to foul the jump shooter. Look at this. And he got it. It looked like there was contact on his right arm.
Way too close, didn't he? Way too close. That arm was needed to be much more vertical.
But you know why that happened? Is because Marinkovic has gone out there and shot lights out today.
Yeah, exactly right. And the coach has made a big point of saying somebody get on him and play defense.
But as good and convincing as Serbia were early on, they're only up by 3 points.
Yeah. And Canada are right back in it. You're exactly right, Jeff. And the 3-point shooting for Canada. 6 of 11.
Yeah, that's right. 6 of 11, 55%.
130 ثانية من نهاية الكوارتر الأول وجمال موراي.
Another basket for Canada.
And that man Murray again. That ability to just drop and pop on that pick and roll. Very exciting.
What's interesting about Canada is they've had 5 different players hit 3-pointers, and now they trail by just 2 points, although that wasn't a 3.
على صناعة اللعب أكثر في المنتخب الصربي.
Long one. Oh, that is a rally buster from Marinkovic.
That's number 4. I'm telling you, he gets to 7 or 8.
رابع ثلاثية له.
It's going to be quite a performance.
في الدقائق الأخيرة من
That was a deep 3 as well. And the read from Peno. And the sense of urgency is back for Serbia.
بينو غير رايه وبالتالي فضل هو انه يخلص الهجمه. لاحظ بينو
you fall behind. You see the replay there. You fall behind, and it's just sometimes hard to get back. And we've seen it with Serbia. They come up and make a big play. We've seen it, haven't we? They just. And the big play was the long 3 from Marinkovic, and the next thing you know, Peno's coming out with a steal.
And now we're almost a 6-point game again. Jeff, I don't know if you noticed, but we got sunshine all around this beautiful country here in the United Arab Emirates, but there's sunshine coming through the gym windows at the top. It's on the floor there.
Yes.
لا يستطيع طبعا.
Hope it's me because the air conditioning is on.
الاستغناء عن هذا اللاعب ولو لدقيقة.
To warm the skin.
الملعب هو
It's a 7-point lead. Murray.
تقريبا
Nobody there for the board. Might be time to get Young back in.
Yeah, that's frustrating for Coach Tudeve. You got that little jump shot going up, soft touch, and nobody travel against the
Popovich, perhaps doing something that's not in his skill set.
على الرغم من تقدمه إلا أن المنتخب الصربي وقع في العديد من المخالفات الهجومية أكثر من المنتخب.
Pretty demanding coach over here on the Canada bench, David Devero. Now Cyrus. Ekiyor.
واصل من التمرير.
Murray.
جمال مراي.
Behind the back pass to Ekiyor.
دفاع ممتاز وعدم
traveling now called against the Rozier.
قبل ارتكاب مخالفة المشي. التحركات الصربية
turnovers for Canada.
الهجوم وأن تدل على القوة البدنية واللياقة العالية.
The Rozier comes out.
Shuffle the feet with the Rozier.
الصربي الأفضلية في للاعبين في التركيز في أرضية الملعب ولكن كثرة التبديلات لمدرب المنتخب الكندي أيضا تفقد اللاعب بعض يعني
Pano with 45 seconds to go here in the first half, and Serbia having gone back in front by 7. Marinkovic for 3. And 3 Canadians went, and just unlucky, the ball fell right to Rakovic, and he put it up. Cyrus. The desire was there for Canada, and it was just unlucky they collided, and the ball just landed straight to Rakovic.
He went after it. Sky, too.
Well, 7-second differential on the game clock and shot clock, so Murray hangs in the air, and that's what you can do when you can fly.
Class. Absolute class, Jamal Murray.
3 on the shot clock. Pano, a little too fancy. And Canada get some of it back. They get back to within 7. I mean, Pano, I'm not going to fault him for going behind his back because he was trying to try to evade the double team.
Yeah, and he probably thought any mistake I make now is not going to make too much difference. But a great half of basketball there for Serbia, Jeff. 47-40 in the lead. The stats, 6 3-pointers for both teams. Canada shooting 50, but Serbia shooting 66%. Free throws not really significant. 18 rebounds against 10 for Serbia. That's quite significant. And turnovers quite high for both teams, 13 against 11.
Well, Pano with 9 points, 5 assists, but also with 5 turnovers. Marinkovic is the real problem for Canada. He is killing them. He's got 15 points. Of course, Murray is among the many scorers in the Canada lineup. He's got 13. But clearly you can see the overall impact of Marinkovic and Pano, and at least early on some great contributions from the bench for Serbia. It's halftime, and Serbia lead at 47-40 over Canada.
happy time out.
T-minus 3 minutes. T-minus 2 minutes. T-minus 1 minute.
Well, it's halftime. Serbia lead it 47-40 over Canada here in the quarterfinals of the FIBA U17 World Championship in Dubai. We're in the Hampton Sports Complex. The United States won earlier today against China decisively. The winner goes on to face the United States. Canada or Serbia? Take your pick. It's sure to be a tough opponent for the Americans. And Mick, tough to know what to expect in the second half. I think confidence, maybe the confidence was shaken a little bit for Canada there, the way the Serbians were able to respond at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, they got back once, Jeff, didn't they? And it was a good comeback, getting them back to back 2 points, I think it was, but Serbia rattled off 5 without reply. You know, this game is still too hard to call. I've got to fancy Canada got a sting in the tail. I don't think they really showed any. They didn't back down at one point. They started dropping threes like they were going out of existence. And they've got a lot of firepower. Can they get the right 5 on the floor? That's my question. They're coming out with Washington and Murray. Good guard combo, those two. Looks like Cyrus is also coming out for Canada. 5. In fact, it's Kobe McHugh, and it should be 5, excuse me. And then you got DeRosier and Ekior.
من جديد مشاهدينا الكرام
Serbia,
حييكم
Peno Marinkovic,
حمدان
as
بن
expected,
محمد راشد
Stojanovic,
هذا الصرح الرياضي
Kenic,
الباهر
and
حقيقة
Ladinovic.
الذي يحتضن منافسات الدور ربع نهائي من كأس العالم للناشئين بأقل من 17 سنة.
Well, it's been thoroughly enjoyable so far, and second half action underway.
هذه البطولة النسخة الأولى والثانية كانت نصيب المنتخب
behind the back pass to
الأمريكي
Miladinovic.
وهي فقط للعلم مشاهدينا الكرام بأن هذه
for Canada. That cannot be plan A, behind the back pass to Miladinovic, but it is.
للإمارات العربية
Just one
المتحدة
pass too many
تنظيم
there
هذه
for Washington.
وطبعا
Washington's hit a couple of threes already. It's a poor turnover for Washington to start the second half. Set himself down.
بامتياز.
Now pass to the big man. That's going to be tough to get. If York gets back.
البطولة وطبعا
14 seconds to be on the shot clock.
الرياضي الباهر.
Pino's assist, can't quite read that. Is it 5?
Yeah, Pino has 5 assists, 9 points, and a couple boards.
بينو اللاعب الوحيد الذي لم يخرج من أرضية الملعب في الشوط الأول، لعب 40 دقيقة. عفوا 20 دقيقة كاملة في الكوارتر الأول.
Now Pino for 3 off the back of the rim, and better on the boards that time for Canada. You could be sure that the rebounding issue was one of the main topics at halftime.
في المباراة على الرغم من ذلك سجل
Just left it short, that jump shot, didn't he? It wasn't wide open. A little bump off put Pino off balance.
اللاعب رقم
Now Miladinovic is backing up Ekiyor.
لاعب المنتخب الصربي والآن يتناوب.
Stojanovic hands it off to Miladinovic. Well,
راح نشوف من
he's taking a couple of jumpers here. Holds up his hand as if to say, sorry coach, I won't do it again. Washington.
لحظة المراقبة.
Ekiyor gets the cutter. Another turnover for Canada.
على طول مراي راح يضع
3 offenses, 2 turnovers and a jump shot just left short. And
نجح في الكوارتر الأول من المباراة.
Now
Pino throws it out of bounds.
ولكن
playing the referee who's fouled, he probably was.
حاضر معانا في هذه اللقطة. استطاع أن يقلص الفارق بتدريجيا في الكوارتر الثاني.
Still having a chirp at the referees about it.
في الكوارتر الثاني ويتقدم وينهي الكوارتر الثاني لصالحه ب
Kobe McEwen, he might be coming out. He seems to have sweaty hands or something. Almost the second straight turnover.
Stojanovic is complaining. It's off his leg last of all. I'm not sure why. Canada needs some points here, Jeff. This is a horrible start to the second half for them.
Ekiyor follows up the shot. At least he kept it alive, but then the scrap throws the ball into the hands of Stojanovic. And charge is the call against Stojanovic. I'm not sure I like that call. Let's see. Well, he kind of lowered his left shoulder into him. That was the problem, wasn't it?
Murray was ready for it. I don't think Murray flopped. He was definitely pushed down. So that's interesting there.
I think he lowered his left shoulder.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right there, yeah. Good call. Referees want it wiped the floor.
Nearly 2 minutes here into the second half. Referees looking for a towel, a mop, a shirt, anything. Just bring it over.
This is when it drives me crazy when I coach high school kids. Somebody throws out the school sweatshirt onto the floor to wipe the floor. You don't ever wipe the floor with your school shirt. Get a towel out there, son.
You sound like a head teacher. Murray floats in, and Canada just seemed to be making it a little bit harder than it needs to be.
Yeah,
Murray was there for the shot.
He was way up there. I'm not sure why he needs to go oopsie-doo. Maybe a Serbian player in his eye line to apparently block the shot, but nobody appeared.
Well, the pressure seems to be getting to Serbia a little, but Canada just a little unlucky there, stepping out of bounds.
Somebody's brought the bar of soap out to play with. Ball is a number of turnovers.
Well, the intensity on defense seems to be there for Canada. They just can't turn it into points right now. Look at
Great
that.
camera work, yeah.
It is good. Take that man out for dinner tonight. Got a stoppage here. The referee wants to clarify something at the scores table.
Howard Washington with some natty sneakers out there, Jeff. Look, top of your screen. Like they must be the Hulk edition. Fluorescent green.
Yeah, we saw those on the replay. What happens in a situation like this when there's a delay? Who does it benefit?
I think they play music. It's like
I think it benefits Serbia because Canada seemed to have that intensity ratcheted up, and they're having to stand around. Serbia could be the beneficiary. And you're right about Pena. Look at him. He's looking right down at those green shoes. He is mesmerized. He is absolutely in a trance. Somebody needs to go wake him up. Snap out of it. Okay. You are now awake.
Occhio is getting a lot of instructions from Coach Dave DeVero.
Pena was really looking at those shoes like, I might have to have some of those. Stojanovic goes up against Ekiyor. Spins. There's a certain part of Stoyanovic's game that doesn't look good. And as you see the reach, we saw it in the first time I saw him play, or the second game rather, against Argentina. He started great in the first quarter, but then just kind of looks to be a little sloppy offensively. He's going to come out.
They've identified this low post game they're trying to expose against the Canadian defenders, but it caused the air ball. So Rakachevich has come in. So the Canadians have thumbs up on that one. This is the Hulkmeister shoes, Washington.
Well, that was third foul for Stojanovic, so he's on the bench. DeRosier from the left.
Got an injured player for Serbia, Marinkovic. It's not a good injury. Boy. He's down the far end. Let's hope it is not his right arm.
Neither team seems to be able to score right now. We haven't had a basket. And frustrating sequence for Kobe McEwen. It seems like he's having a hard time keeping his hands dry. He keeps looking at his hands.
Look at Marinkovic's injury here, Jeff. It's his left arm. It's almost, he's holding it in such a funny way.
Well, that is definitely not good news. And what that's going to do is take out the best jump shooter in the team. And it's going to bring Cherkovic in, the man that we were talking about, number 5. So
it's almost a collarbone stroke shoulder.
That is not good. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain. So Cherkovic is out there, number 5. And Kanic drives in, and DeRosier, and we're still stuck on 47-40, the halftime score. And Washington finally goes and stops the run. Thank you very much, Mr. Washington. Now Cherkovic, let's see if Serbia can respond.
Well, now's the time. Now's the time with your the understudy to come to the party and make good.
Well, Cherkovic open, gives it over to Kanic. And Washington.
Back-to-back jump shots, Kanic. Easy little runner, and then the open 3. This is Canada's moment, Jeff.
DeRosier powers his way up and is pushed by Kanic. I thought the travel call might be coming. I didn't see the hands from Kanic, but yep, there he's got him all over him. I just didn't see it.
His first foul, but right now Serbia are in this, they're in a deep trance out there. And you go back to Pena, look at the sneakers on the sideline.
The drive for Canada. Adi missed it. Ekiyor there. Canada now much better on the boards.
Foul, Jeff, against DeRosier.
Yeah, but they're not able to control it. And I don't know why we haven't seen Young reintroduced to the game, but we're going to see Cummings come in and DeRosier comes out. See, Gusa was the Serbia coach calling for the foul.
Cummings has played about 25 minutes in total the whole tournament, so he's going to guard the best player for Serbia. That'll be interesting.
Well, it's all about the defense, I guess, is what the coach is asking for. Get something that they've only got 2 points. Both teams really in a funk, in a drought offensively. Peno shakes and bakes, puts up a 3. Well, it was a nice soft shot, but Canada doing much better on the boards. Washington sprints to the other end, hands it off to Ekiyor, and great block from Ratkovic.
Oh my word, Ekiyor's got to go harder with the hoop. I mean, that was a real, you make the move, you got to create space for yourself. You don't put it up there just to be blocked like that.
No, you got to dunk that. You either have to try to dunk it or try to dunk it and be blocked. Good reach around from Cummings, comes right in, makes a contribution, the steal. Now, Adi gets in for the flush, but he was fouled before.
Where did that come from? He is He might be one of the smallest players on the floor.
Cyrus, well, you can see the play. So Cyrus is going to come in. They're arguing over the foul.
Kenic gets his second, Jeff. I think it is 13. 14th foul for Serbia, though. They're in
A little bit of bother here.
Yeah, they are indeed. I don't think they've scored this half of it.
No, they haven't. Now, long one, and finally one falls for the Canadians. Murray, the captain.
Looks like he pointed to Cherkovic out of that on the bench to say, you're not going to be able to guard me, son.
Cherkovic floats in, hands it off to Ratkovic. Ball knocked away from Ekiyor. Now Murray quickly up the floor. A tactical foul, but it's going to put Murray on the free throw line. As you quite rightly pointed out, so Canada finally with a chance to pull even. What do you think about that foul from Cherkovic?
As far as
why foul him? No.
Oh, just stopping easy too.
So just put him on the line.
But you get him on the line. I guess that's right. I don't think he's really thought that through himself.
He's thinking right now, gee, I didn't realize we were in the bonus. There you see the foul trouble. Stojanovic had the three momentarily. He's on the bench. And you see the points, Marinkovic with the 15, but he has the injury. And this, you hate to see this, first of all, for his health, but also for Serbia's chances. That couldn't happen at a worse time.
Oh, he looks in a bad way down the end of that bench. It's behind this camera here. Way off to your right it will be, but these guys are now ready for action. They're pumped. They're going to come out of this huddle, shoot these shots. And with 4:40 left, I think that'll be the next 4 minutes, 40 seconds. This game will decide it. Can Canada pull away now?
They've got the momentum.
Exactly.
Great hustle from Cyrus there. It's interesting, maybe the reason why we haven't seen Young come back into the game is the coach wants a little bit faster, a little bit more quickness defensively. And he feels like with Cummings, he's going to have that. And certainly Cummings did a good job of coming up with that steal. The other thing is you want to play, if you've got the horses, play everybody.
Well, he's a fresh, no minutes the first half, so he's definitely fresh. And there's the maestro himself, Jamal Murray, on the floor, on the line here. Murray's numbers, Jeff, 17. Going to go for another big one here.
Boy, sometimes it's just so hard to get over the hump, isn't it? And now, I wouldn't be surprised if Serbia, having failed to score for the first 5.5 minutes, get a basket, but Ekiyor reads it, goes up, and lays it in. So what do I know? Ratkovic didn't try to contest it. And
no, I think it's just the defense stepping back. I don't think the defense is encroached over the line. It's a big cheer from the Canadian bench. We thought they turned it over, but
you're right.
There should be pressure on the inbound here. They've got momentum.
It's all about the defense and the pressure, isn't it? You know, there's only been one other team that we've seen in the tournament that can put a semblance of this type of pressure on, and it's been the USA, at least from my vantage point. I wouldn't suggest that Canadian defensive pressure is as good as the USA's at this stage, but it's changing the game. Miladinovic, he went up with nowhere to go. Absolute hustle. You saw Murray, the captain, diving on the floor. Right now, Canada are playing with confidence, self-belief. The wind is in their sails.
Well, the problem is they can't get the ball in Stefan Pano's hands. Well, half the problem is Stefan Panos. You got to come and get it. He's the only one out there, the true class for Serbia. Murray goes up again.
Murray!
Almost.
You know, that hang time allows him to have the contact, doesn't it? And still get the shot off.
Guts him up. Now, here's a thought, Jeff. Marinkovic and Pano, and along with a couple of other bench players, played in the under-18s for Serbia. And then came to this tournament, so they missed the preparation for this team. But look at the backup for the Serbian guards. Marinkovic and Pano started. Jovanovic is next, Cherkovic next. It's this absence of real depth on this under-17 team that's causing a problem because they've got nothing off the bench to back up Pano and Marinkovic.
Well, he didn't stick with Cherkovic very long, did he?
No, he didn't.
Pulled him right out.
Payno, the ball's in the right hands here, but
Payno, almost. And then just carelessly. Why does he make the pass like that? I think that's a part of his game that he needs to eradicate, to be honest.
yeah, there's that relax.
this?
You know, but if it goes through to the make the play, you make the play, don't you? But it's gone way out, and they're subbing him out. It's double trouble for Serbia.
Čurković comes in for Payno.
And we're a minute on, and now Canada have a 3-point lead. This is their moment.
They're up by 3. They're going to the jugular. Cummings. It's all about defense and rebounding for Serbia right now. Murray for 3. Good! And maybe they're just not going to beat the 90 today. Canada. Boy, Serbia.
3-pointer Jamal Murray, and they ran that play for him to perfection.
Cummings. Great defense on Stojanovic. Double up top. Stojanovic gets in and unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike.
Yes, the only problem with the
No,
Canadian...
it wasn't unsportsmanlike. Sorry. I thought it was holding the unsportsmanlike.
It is.
Yes,
Jeff.
it is unsportsmanlike. So you saw as he went up, they just raked his arm, whoever it was.
Okio, I think it was. The problem with that defense is they're all buoyed by the lead. Is it Murray by the lead?
No, they're saying Ekior, sorry. So the stats are wrong.
But Stojanovic just went by the pressure because it was so close to, and that penetration down the lane from the point guard position is just a killer sometimes.
I'm going to say that's a tough call.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't understand it because I don't know. It's not on the breakaway. It's.
Now,
I don't think I've ever seen that call.
Cannot get off to Čurković here. He's so quick that number 11 for Canada. No, I've never seen that either. There was a reach from Okio back to.
Oh, Rakovic puts up the jumper, no good, and Adi gets in for the rebound. Adi goes in, hands it off to Ekior. He kisses back outside to Murray. Oh, great rebound from Cyrus. And look at the Canadians crash the boards. The Canadians have joined the rebounding party. And right now, Canada.
They can't gamble now. They've got to sit back and play smart half-court D.
Well, they've almost equaled Serbia in the rebounds. That's how much progress they've made.
Now, Stojanovic wants to go one-on-one. He wants to go all the way to the hoop. That's all Serbia have got right now.
Not a bad idea. Puts up a 3.
That's great defense from Canada. Keep them on the perimeter.
Well, without Payno, how long will Payno stay out?
Not long.
Cummings, almost shuffled. Turns it over now, Čurković. Serbian bench appealing for another unsportsmanlike.
Good foul from Brandon Cyrus there.
Rosier is going to come back in. Well, he was absolutely spot on with his substitution of taking Cummings into the game, wasn't he?
It's definitely sparked a 6-point lead. It was a 5-point they trailed at halftime, so 11-point turnaround.
I think it was 47-40 at halftime.
7-point, yeah, even more. Now, Otti's got to get after Čurković, but keep him ahead of him the whole time. Don't let him see an easy pass.
Stojanovic now, chance to do something. Miladinovic is trying to post up. Čurković gets in, and Adi has his hands on Čurković.
That is a poor defensive play there from Otti. You'll find you've got to stay. Look at his hands on the hip right there. As quick as he is, he doesn't need to be doing that.
Well, now Serbia will very soon have a chance to get to the line because that's Canada's 4th, but with 1:52 to go. Čurković definitely has the quality to make an impact here. Serbia need him to step up. Serbia still down, just down by 6. Foul, Frazier.
You know, Dave Devero's shouting left, left, left. I make him go left, but you know, Stojanovic, as soon as he sees a defensive hand hanging on his chest, he's going to sweep that ball through and do exactly this. Get a cheap foul onto the line, and easy points for Serbia. It's like one-on-one basketball at its very elementary level. You draw fouls.
Great play from Stojanovic to follow his shot. So Serbia now trying to draw closer. Čurković over to Stojanovic.
Overplaying his left hand as instructed.
And the pass inside, and Canada got a hand on it. Jovanovic out to Stojanovic with one on the shot clock. And Ekiyor kept it alive, but Miladinovic kind of got the better of it and ended up with Ratkovic, and now Čurković. And you can see slowly Serbia starting to get some confidence back. Jovanovic for three. Serbia, that was Jovanovic. No, sorry, that was Stojanovic. Took that ball away. And the Serbia bench also applauding the effort. Jovanovic gets in. Great hands from Ekiyor. It seems Canada's level, for the most part, intensity-wise, is high, and Serbia now starting to raise theirs.
Yeah, it's just the fact that that final level of decision-making and end product not quite there. Peno back in the game for Canada, for Serbia, Jeff. That will be a Čurković will sit down. Big chance for Serbia to get right back into it as well now. Is this the third or fourth offense they've had on this trip? They've had a couple of offensive rebounds. This foul is turned around here.
Aratnovic is also coming in. Arantovic rather. And
I'm going to go for Aranitovic. What do you reckon?
Yes, he might come in. Stojanovic just to put up a jumper, and he does. That's a two. Well, he's become Mr. Vital for Serbia here in the third quarter as they try to keep it close. Cyrus for three. Good rebound.
Hold for one. Hold for one. And after you may just see the instructions from the bench.
Otti. Final seconds of the third quarter. Otti. Over it goes to Cyrus. He falls down trying to draw the foul. And Stojanovic hurls it up the floor, but yeah, good response from Serbia after Canada, like in a heavyweight fight, just kind of pounded away in the corner, and they just stayed in it, and Stojanovic kind of came out and got him out of jail, didn't he?
Well, they got into that 5-point lead, Jeff, and something happened. Let's see the stats first. Canada have hit 8 3-pointers now. They're going to get some numbers in this game. And 2 from Jamal Murray that quarter. He went from 6 to 8 for Canada there. 13 of 30 for Canada inside. Their numbers have gone down slightly, but they were up 55-50 by 5, and then they took Murray out.
Canada leading at 55-52 over Serbia in the second quarterfinal of the day. The winner of this game goes on to play the United States in the semifinal here at the FIBA U17 World Championship in Dubai. And I suppose really what really made the difference for Canada was the attention to the defense and the better rebounding, and that kind of stabilized things there, helped them at the start of the third quarter, and then finally the baskets started coming.
And they got the worst of Stefan Peno too. Peno played his worst quarter there of the game. 3 or 4 minute spell where they had to bring him out and bring the backup in Čurković, and it really backfired. But then Canada head coach Dave DeVero gives Murray a rest because he wants to save his legs, and that backfired as well slightly, because then all of a sudden Stojanovic becomes a factor in the game. Here's Murray back in anyway. Aranitovic is going to pick him up.
Bounce pass to Ekiyor. DeRozio And Jogo with the rebound.
Well, they were dropping threes the first half like nobody's business. Only Murray the second half that's did anything for Canada.
Jogo puts up a long jumper. And Cyrus had good position. Pano did a good job to come away with the rebound, but he stepped out of bounds.
Could be a good game, Jeff, because it might be one of those games where both teams are really trying to struggle to find any rhythm to finish this one off.
Murray. Oh, how did he get that shot off? And Ekior Cyrus followed it up, but Serbia now with the ball. Now's the time for Pano and Stojanovic to really lead Serbia. Ratnatovic, he steps inside. Rims out. Oh, got a good look at it. Out to Murray for three. Rims out, so Serbia ride their luck a little bit with that three staying out, but of course Aranatovic as well missed one that almost went in, so both teams riding their luck.
DeRosier picks up that foul, 7 for Canada. I'm not sure how many that is for him. Third personal foul.
Tough job being a coach. You know, he didn't put Aranatovic in. I think the player was a bit disappointed. You see the third foul on DeRosier. So after he missed that shot, he went up and gave him a pat on the back. Trying to keep his confidence up. Stojanovic going up against Cyrus. The three. And that's a strong rebound from DeRosier with Ratkovic behind him. And Aranatovic put the pressure on Murray. And he finds Jogo and a foul called inside on Aranatovic.
I tell you what, Jogo's made a cut to the hoop that, you know, a lot of players will not make, and a lot of players don't believe that cut should, they don't even know about it, but the penetration from Murray baseline, Jogo sees his option, just dashes, you know, cuts the lane. It's a nice little feed. You know, Jogo's what, he's 6'2", 6'3" maybe? We go searching for the stats.
No, it's 1.98 meters.
No, he's 6'6" forward, yeah.
He missed the free throw. So, an opportunity to stretch the lead, and he does make the second. One foul each here for both teams here. Free throw line, no doubt, will be important. Aranatovic, started with Cyrus.
Number 14.
Well, the referee's giving it on this end line, Jeff, so it's not with the shot. But, you know, the Canadians, they're a weakness defensively. They just play a lot of hands on the hip. And it means that sometimes the opposition gets out of control and they just bail them out.
Aranatovic guarded by Jogo. Now Young has come back in. And Aranatovic comes off the bench. So they've kind of hidden him, haven't they? And they brought him out here late in the game. And they need some inspiration. Young, 2-point game. Serbia bench getting animated. Canada ball with 11 seconds to go.
Jeff, I still question whether they got the right 5 on the floor for Canada. They've gone through the numbers substitution-wise. Ekior's back in, that's a good decision.
Ekior comes back in for Young, who looks disappointed to be coming out.
And where's Howard Washington? That needs to be that's an obvious one for me right now with 7.5 to play. You got to finish with your best players on the floor.
Well, the defense is picking up a little bit, and Ratkovic just comes up with the steal. So the intensity level has been raised by Serbia, and they look a different team suddenly.
They do indeed. I mean, look at the score. It's a 2-point lead for Canada. Ratkovic has got 2 shots here. Not scored many today, has he? The number 10 for Serbia. He's got 2 points.
So it's Rakicevic and Aranatovic who've.
He's had 3 games in double figures, Rakicevic, but
didn't start today, did he?
No, didn't start, didn't play much. Marcus Otti's going to, oh, goodness me.
Well, Ekior didn't box out Miladinovic. Now, Miladinovic does a good job in terms of crashing the boards, doesn't he? So Cyrus
I'm going to go against the failings of the Canadian box out, Jeff. That's a free throw. You know, how often do you see offensive rebounds off free throws? Not often at all. You know, Ekior's got to take some blame for that.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got a tie game again. Just when it seemed that Serbia were teetering, they've pulled back after the hustle from Miladinovic rather.
Jeff, you got 22 out of Murray. Great rebound from DeRozio. 22 out of Murray. 8 is Washington's next high scorer for Canada, and not on the floor. I don't get it. He'll be in a minute, no doubt. They're going to give Jogo and Cyrus an opportunity to get involved. So they deny Murray the ball.
He gets it off, and a hustle from DeRozio. Looks like he's come up with a couple of big rebounds here for Canada.
Huge, epic.
To kind of calm things down. Serbia not rewarded with a great defense. Auti. And there they are. Another turnover. The Serbia defense is changing the game.
Canada's got a timeout coming here.
Rakovic for 3, missed it. Now Murray. And Rakovic fouls Murray. Well, I've got to tip my hat. As you see Ratkovic there, I got to tip my hat to Serbia for digging deep in this game. You can see the foul to stop the progress. Timeout on the floor.
I tell you that the person I think for Serbia that's really got them back in the game, you see the foul given up there on Jamal Murray, is Stojanovic, because they took out Pano, broke in Čurkovic.
Yeah, without question.
And then they went to this one-on-one style of play for Stojanovic from the top of the key, the three-point line. When you remember, Jeff, the Canadian defense was that time fired up and just really active hands. Stojanovic blew past the defender. That is when the unsportsmanlike foul was called from Ekior. That was a key play for me. And
don't forget Marinkovic, who has the 15 points, is out of the game with an apparent injury, shoulder injury.
He's now indicated he's back ready to play, but the coaches, I don't think the coach will bring him in.
No, I think he's reticent to bring him in.
Great word, Jeff. Great word.
Murray with the 22 points and 6 rebounds, 3 assists for Canada. Or perhaps reluctant to bring him in.
Now, can you think of a third one beginning with R? Not reminiscent. Regalius. I don't think that word exists.
Okay, from the wordsmith back to the basketball. Jogo gonna inbound it to Adi. And Aranatovic gives attention now. Young couldn't hold on to it, and Rakicevic has to try to save it. Young can't hold on to it again, and somehow Young is breathing a sigh of relief that they haven't scored there, because he had a couple of miscues.
It's going to be a nervy game. Jogo to drop one maybe.
Oh, DeRozio really has come to the fore here in the fourth quarter.
What a man, what a monster.
This is why he's in the lineup, the toughness that he brings on the glass, and it's evident here in the final frame.
He had 0 points against Australia, 22 minutes for 0 points.
Washington coming back for Canada as well.
About good to see.
Pano out on the perimeter. And Aranatovic puts it up, no good. And quickly, Adi off to the races. Oh, and a travel. I didn't see that, but That's a tough call.
Jeff, Murray's pulled up limping too, and just going to the bench. I'm not sure what he's done. Ankle, maybe a calf injury. I'm not sure.
I didn't see the travel. That's a tough call against Canada.
Well, I thought he got bumped.
Maybe.
I thought he got a little push as he went to get the ball.
Well, this is big. So Serbia get it right back. Pino needs to be careful with his push there. Good seal, and now Audi intercepts it, takes it down, puts it up. Oh, and a two-handed jam.
The high flying Audi.
Serbia call a timeout. They've done it before. They can do it again, the Serbians. But Canada, they've gone back in front by 4. A great play from Audi. He says, you call travel on me, I'll show you what a travel is. Comes up with the interception and the dunk.
Keep it up, you can't stop it. Stay with 2 on offense, okay? Stay with 2.
Imaš ovdje sada Šukara Voja, švanja na drugu stranu, nađeš hoću ili tvoj program, ili hoću da ti pojena. That's the role.
Okay. Remember what Coach said, you go one way and come again, right? Coming with his left hand, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to lift, come back, replace Khalif?
Okay, so the 22 points from Murray, but he's out of the game.
If he's overplaying, you go back.
But he wasn't receiving any attention. So the question is, can he come back?
Jeff, I did see the physio
And will he come back?
jump out of a seat. Oh, no, he's getting attention right at the end. You can't see it on the floor. The physio's down there with him. He's right behind the drinks table.
He didn't get it immediately, but now he's definitely getting it. So, well, I guess turnabout fair play. Marinkovic got the injury, and now Murray's out.
One for each, yeah, exactly right.
Washington was going for the steal there. 9 on the shot clock. Pano over to Kanic, back to Pano, puts up a long 3. Good! And he had a look at Young as well.
He's a starer. That's a tough play from Stefan Pano because that misses. Canada gets all the momentum. Tell you what, Howard Washington right now is the game is his.
Oh, it could be Adi's, the way he's playing. Now that ball goes to Pano, and just like that, Serbia back into the ascendancy. Interesting that Young is the player guarding Pano.
Oh, that's the transitional thing, Jeff. I think that's
Okay,
closest man to the ball, yeah, and he's made the cardinal sin of putting his hands on the hip. Watch this now. Turns the corner, just holds on to him a little bit.
Now, McEwen back in, Yogo out, Young out, and Ekiyor back in. So I think you're right. I think this is the time when Washington needs to come up, stand up and be counted.
He's got to. I love Otti. You know, he's very quick, Marcus Otti, but perhaps not the decision-making needed. Washington is the key for me for Canada right now.
And will those shoes make a difference watching, because he's being guarded by Pena?
They might just throw him off, you never know.
Well, they're in a zone, Serbia. Ekiyor goes up strong, but Kanic.
I don't know why he was reversing it. He had the play to the same side he came from.
Miladinovic, Stojanovic for 3. And Canada fighting each other for the rebound. And McEwen is in there. I think
that's a key one because they were both there, no pressure. Contrived to throw it away.
Well, it's difficult to fault a player for going up for a rebound, either one of them. Stojanovic turns, but Serbia back in front. Gave away an easy one on the inbound.
Sucker place. Pano, no look on the inbounds, another assist.
3:39 remaining. Crack showing for Canada. Stojanovic with the foul. And Murray's going to come back in. Who's he going to replace?
Marcus Otti will come out. So we got Washington and Murray in the game at the same time. That's good to see for Canadian fans.
And you've got McEwen as well. Kind of gives you a 3-guard lineup, doesn't it? Well, I suppose McEwen's probably playing more of a small forward.
Yeah, they've had that pretty much the whole game here.
DeRozio powers his way up. He's kind of become kind of the enforcer for Canada here in the fourth quarter, hasn't he?
Well, you know what? If Washington and Murray are smart, they'll keep the guards busy defensively, but they'll make sure DeRozio gets in a position where he can go one-on-one like that every time, because there's no stopping him. Just goes through his ritual of bringing down the net.
Referee said thank you. He said no problem. Yeah, it's kind of transformed really from the early going.
Yeah, you know, he's as tough as nails. This is the most active post player, four-man they've got, and just drops the free throws with not even looking.
With aplomb. Payno, now the pressure. He has to get it across midcourt. 18, 17, and does get it. So Canada making them work. Now, 11 on the shot clock. And Marinkovic has come back into the game. That was his shot. So Marinkovic's shoulder, you don't know how much it's bothering him, but the coach wants him out there. Kenic, Stojanovic for three. Nope, and Ekiyor goes up. Miladinovic is a real warrior, but he couldn't come down with that one. Now Washington. Murray. McEwen.
Get the ball to DeRozio.
2:40 remaining in the game. 8 on the shot clock. Murray. McEwen. Fadeaway, not what they wanted, but the shot clock was winding down.
Yeah, that's
a scrap for the ball.
There you see the ball. And, you know, the shot clock's gone off. The referees don't care really who's got it. They'll always call a 24-second violation. That was a poor choice of distribution on that offense, Jeff. They've got to get DeRozio the ball. It will actually free up both Washington and Murray on any penetration from him, but he's got the hot hand as far as putting the ball on the floor and attacking the hoop.
Well, the full court pressure is there for Canada. Turns into the double team.
Cannot afford to foul here.
And he's got to get it across. That's 17. And Payno looks with frustration over at the referee, saying, call the hand check.
So working the referees as a point as a 16-year-old. And that's exactly what happened. See, Jeff, he's worked the referees. That little look, it wasn't even, but there's those hands on the hip. There was nothing in it, was there?
No, but it's like you said, it was before. It was the death stare from Payno. He may have got it for him.
Substitution, Serbia. Number 14.
First one is good from Payno. Second one is good. 2-point game. Aranatovic comes in for Stojanovic. Well, Aranatovic was playing some beastly defense. And Stojanovic.
He's going to pick up Murray too, so that's a good call from Coach Vanya. Vanya Gusa.
First name basis, sorry. Washington drives in. Now Murray. 7 on the shot clock. Tough shot, puts it up, rims out, and Miladinovic. Now Canada down 2, Serbia.
Huge offense, Jeff. Big time offense for Serbia. They score.
Aranatovic, 3! Oh. It's a 5-point game.
Forget it, 5 3-pointers, and he sat down the last 10 minutes.
Marinkovic has done it again, and Serbia have dug deep. And they have got confidence. Confident looks. Canada going to talk about it.
Kobe and Howard, you're here. Kobe, you're here. Walk off the first screen with your own. Get Jerome's open on this. You gotta
Murray has the 22 points, leading the way for Canada. So if you're Canada, you go down and you just get the best shot you can get, right?
I would hope they're going to go for there's no point go for threes right now. They've got to get a quick two, close the gap.
Marinkovic with the 18.
Hungry.
Don't forget he had the shoulder injury.
Who knows what he's done to that shoulder? It's probably not as bad as it seemed at the time, but it is definitely all-star performance from him. 5 3-pointers out of his 18. Dave DeVera's got some work to do here, no doubt about it. Again, I'd try and get the ball in. Now, DeRozan is bringing the ball in. That's probably good news for Canada because, oh no, he's not. McEwen's going to bring it in. But I would make sure that we get the ball in DeRozan's hands here for some sort of play.
Well, Washington's going to pop out and receive the inbounds pass. Into the hands of Murray. Murray missed a tough shot before. Murray is this time, draws the contact and tried to get the three-point play.
Kid can play. The kid can play. I mean, he's got all the way to the hoop and he's gone past, I'm guessing, 4 Serbian players.
And I guess the best thing as well for Canada is not only shooting free throws, but the clock stops. Stojanovic comes back in.
Jeff, a sign of an excellent, outstanding, if you want, point guard is their ability to get to the rack. They start from way on the three-point line when they get moving. Take Ramsey of the United States, Malik Newman just at the hoop. And here's another one, Jamal Murray in that bracket too.
Well, no doubt about it. Nothing but twine on both of those free throws. Back to a three-point game. And it's going to be all about defense and rebounding. They don't want to foul Serbia to put them on the line. 12 on the shot clock. Stojanovic with the ball. Guarded by the tough as nails DeRozier. And he dumps it over to Kenic. Well, they went for the double. He rolled to the basket. The help came over and he spotted the open man. 56 seconds to go.
Jeff, Murray, quick three.
Yeah, instead of going for the three, instead of going for the drive. Well, McEwen comes out. 46.1 seconds left. And you can see Adi coming out. So you got Washington in, Jogo in, three-point shooters. And big free throws here for Pano. And Canada breathes a sigh of relief that the first one goes out. 5 of 7 today.
He's got good numbers though, 15 points, Jeff. It's 8 assists, I'm not sure, but
well, I have to say Serbia are toughness personified today. How they've been able to weather the storm, especially Marinkovic to come in after the injury. Murray, Washington for 3. Good defense, hand in the face. Murray puts up a 3, rims out, Kenic. And 33.4 seconds to go, Canada. I can't say enough about Canada's toughness, hanging it in there, because they were on the ropes. They have had to overcome adversity in this game, and they've kind of figured things out, haven't they? What I find most interesting is how they were really able to raise their level defensively in the fourth quarter.
And I go back to that 2-minute point before the end of the third when Canada had all the momentum, and that unsportsmanlike foul with Murray on the bench, another missed free throw, so it's a 7-point game. Still a timeout for Canada, they're not taken yet.
Washington puts up a 3, Great perimeter defense from Serbia. And stays out. They just can't buy a three right now. And Serbia with Peno gets the rebound. 8.6 seconds, and Serbia start to celebrate. They've done it. They have come from behind against Canada. Canada had their opportunities, but they just couldn't pull away. And Serbia have come back to win it 71-64. A great basketball nation. These guys have seen great basketball their entire lives, and they know what it's about, you know, to dig deep and when your backs are against the wall, to come out and play hard.
Incredible game, but just an incredible game. Canada tagged it back the end of the third period. Hope these players shake hands together. Looking at each other. You're going to shake hands or not? Well, they are now going to do it. It's good to see. But yeah, you know, Serbia's comeback, that is incredible. And Stefan Peno, I remember at the end of the third period, was on the bench in a little bit of ire from the coach. So great player. Serbia really worked this one out, and they will play the USA in the semifinals.
Wow, really, really, that's a surprise to me. I thought Canada would win this game, but Serbia, look at the stats, ended up forcing 22 Canada turnovers, so their defensive pressure really was almost as, you know, it was right there what Canada was. And the Serbian players celebrate. Marinkovic has to get the Show Me the Heart award of the game with the 18 points. And Murray had the 24 points. It's just a terrific, terrific basketball game. Great display. And disappointment for Canada, but Serbia will now play the United States.